Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Find Love or Die Trying. Ja, beim letzten Mal haben wir ja einen Zombie-Ausbruch dafür genutzt, das geheime Labor zu finden. Und danach haben wir einen Hasen dafür genutzt, um einen Schlüssel zu klauen, den wir kopieren. Mal sehen, wie es jetzt noch weitergeht. For once I lay in bed, not worrying about being killed. For once I was excited for what tomorrow would bring. It's only up from here. Dread, Ellie, what are you? Never mind that, you've got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something, and I know you will want to see it. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around the table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. They are our files. I didn't read any ones but my own. But I have to warn you. Caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Ellie. There's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. I guess I'm not going any answers today. Ellie slowly walked to the pile. I found her own. Then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Ellie, Major, sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. It's good to know this get-up was a good idea. Did you know I actually fucking hate sports? I had never seen Ellie look so angry. Let's see, they got all the fake information, I guess. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for past 2 years. What I've done, things I've said in private or with others. They've got notes down here to how and when I brush my teeth, how I react differently when they change the show or tell me different things or when nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. You couldn't have known, Scarlet. You really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. It's not your fault someone ended up using your invention like this. If you say so, Dread. My file says that they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how that could ever even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we would even want to understand the people who run the show. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the attention, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear Yui say that. Yui, all things considered. Sorry, I know that must have sounded sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Ellie. They've tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us so many times it felt so violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came on the show, Dread? No, why is that? I forgot. I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money and nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 brothers and the whole farm. I remember now, it was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came onto the show, my brothers and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again. That's too depressing to think, Yui. We're going to get out of here and see your brothers again together. Thanks, but I would like that. I'm curious, Yui. What kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door. Damn it, that sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlet, Ellie and I laughed. At times like these, having a mood lifter like terror around was critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you? Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her photos against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing is okay, Dread. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to. No one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait. She ran to the stairs. Her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but you stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Dread. I didn't mean to look, but after paper scattered around the room, maybe you should just read it. You handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case. Otherwise unremarkable, but she is the daughter of Edgar and Wayne Valentine, one of our primary investors. It is my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and Wayne sent their remaining daughter Violet to us, full well knowing that what the show would entail. They've paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. Even for me, this is too cruel. It was too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at you. There were no words. Das ist echt übel. Das ist schon richtig Arschloch-Move. Sowas tut man doch nicht seinem eigenen Kind an. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please just leave me alone, Dread. I'm here if you want to talk, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. Naja, nett, dass wir herausgefunden haben, oder eher nicht so nett. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could after what happened? And just like that, we are on to her day 3. I gotta thank you, Dread, you're making my job easy. I actually got to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with what, however that works. You alright? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Dread. One slip up with Cat and this is all over. I'm good, thanks, Cat. I just didn't sleep well too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Dewey is definitely a contender for the final ceremony, We'll see, I'm not sure just yet. Oh really, that's a surprise. Well, not my problem. Anyway, who's today's unlucky girl? So, who should I be going to asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really, I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together. To get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Tara does have a great point. I always make great points. I like seeing if I could arm with one of the zombie Scarlet's mate. That went great. Oh fuck. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was the zombie. That was not a good idea. At all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, Dread? I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm sure there's something that we could do to help us escape. That we could only do on a date with Violet. I've got it. Tomorrow you will be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Okay? Violet. I've always wanted to spend more time with her and there's no time like the present. We will make it happen. I do have one small request though. What is it? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet is being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cooked with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Oh, hi Dread. Why did you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament. You see, I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made before. I know nobody else could come close to you, how good you are. So I may have challenged them all to the competition in your name. You are ridiculous, Dread. Violet laughed out loud. There's that smile I liked so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come here. Some of them as challenging cooks, some of them as judges. The rest of them looking for lunch. Schokokeki no Violet! Food wars. Yay! All of them hungry. Think you are up for the challenge? I am ready to crush the opposition. They will rule the day they challenge me. That's the Violet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme of this contest? I can't tell you just yet. It will be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you, Dad. I know why we are doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happy already, knowing you are looking out for me. I'm always here for you, Violet. And I for you as well, Dread. We spent the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things completely unrelated to the show, completely unrelated to anything of consequences. Sometimes when bad things happen, what you need most is just a symbol of normalcy. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. What the fuck? 100 Wookiee? I don't want to face you, Violet, but I will have you. Oh, you're challenging me? Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle, you have my respect. Eep, it's too late to change sides. You're going down, Violet. We are the Brothers 5, the best chefs on the island. What's that too? What I mean to say is, wow, you really are the best chef on the island. That's right. Damn it, bros. You can't let her intimidate you like that. If we do, she has already won. Say something for. We will meet on the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me and 5. Come at me, let us brandish our forks against each other. 5, do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you will entertain me, brothers. Violet just raised a pen towards them. Let us begin. It's time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Oh man, each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish. A dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who is not a contestant. You must be joking. There's hundreds of people here. How could we ever feed everybody? That's not my problem. And I definitely didn't come up with the rules for this tournament on the spot. Liar. Violet laughed once more. That was enough to keep this charade going. The mystery dish will use spaghetti and meatballs. Like taking candy from a baby. Not this again, oh god. I think I'm gonna faint. 1 go left to the ground. 1 down, 4 to go. Bro! I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? You each have 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted. Let the game begin. The contestants that were still conscious rushed of together ingredients. How are they going to make that food? I'm sure they will figure something out. Watch each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face. With the biggest smile I had ever seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. At the same time, Thor was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. I'm not sure this will be much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid-out bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. If you blink, you would miss her finish a whole row. Each looked both delicious and artistic. You would have thought a cooking would have spent much longer than an hour putting each of them together. I set it on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. Time's up. It's time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded the layout board. They were practically salivating. After everybody wolfed down votes from each of the contestants, they submitted the vote. The people have spoken, and with a resounding majority, our first ever winner of the best chef on the island in the middle of nowhere award is Violet. The crowd cheered, myself included. I did it, me, I did it. Where I jumped up and down with joy. I felt like a kid in the candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I've ever had. Though, if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean too much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cooking for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we had real food. What's that supposed to be? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I hide it well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro. Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I would laugh too, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached the level of uproarious applause. Violet, 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 Violet. Oh goodness, you're all too kind. I put my arm around her and smiled. Yes, you've got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. Violet leaned in to kiss me on the lips. For a moment, time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd cheer getting even louder. Violet, Violet, Violet. We laughed together. I've had so much fun today, Dread. Thanks to you. Care to join me by the beach after we clean this place up? I wouldn't miss it for the world. The world would pale in comparison. Hey, she reached her hand out to me as I held hers tight in return. Hey Violet, you really gave them a great show today, you know? I couldn't have done that without my ever so charming television host. We walked along the beach, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I'm so grateful to you, Dread. Last night, finding out what my parents did, that was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out. Escaping the island or not, everything seemed like a dead end. But today you helped me remember that even without them, I've still got me. And I like me quite a bit. You really are incredible, Violet. That was all you. With you. Violet mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Oh, sorry, let me try again. I know I'd been fine on my own, but I would like me better if I was with you. When we get out of here, I do hope you join me for the cruise. She kissed me again, it felt like magic. Violet, she put her fingers against my lips. Shh, I know it's not quite the time for this conversation yet. But please, do remember what I said when this is all over. Do you mind if we work for just a little longer? I don't want this to end. I would work for you. I would work with you for as long as you want to, Violet. We can work till the sun comes up. We can talk about anything and everything. So how about we start with planning our cruise together? That would be lovely. We worked together till the dead of the night. It was nothing less than magical. Just after we came back, a huge storm hits outside. We just missed it. Hope you two enjoyed your date today. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's time we get this show on the road. Ellie took out the master key from her pocket, spun it around the ring with her finger, then put it in the locked door. And we're in. She turned the lock, then pulled the door open. Wow, the door's a little heavier than I thought it would be. Must be soundproof or something. Whatever, let's go. Oh man, not another staircase. They would have saved so much money if they just put this on this main floor. But it wouldn't be very secret then, would it? Secret? Secret. It's behind the locked door. I guess you have a point. There was another staircase, it wasn't nearly as long as the one to the lab. We had been walking down the steps for only a few moments when we saw where they led. This has to be it. What's it? A while back, Kat told me that all the information on the island was stored in books. They didn't use anything digital or with the internet. I think I remember that too. Well, it's bullshit. They're an evil corporation intent on world domination through fear and control. Of course they have the internet. And I think we've just found a way into their closets, skeletons and all. Sounds like a pretty big deal. That's an understatement. The information in here could change the tide of the war. It could give the resistance a real fighting chance, I think. But there's more than that too. What do you mean? My dad, mom and my brother got taken by these guys a long time ago. I don't even know if they're still alive. I was too young to really understand what was happening. If there's anything that could help me find them again, or at least find out what happened to them, it's in this computer. That was the real reason I came here. The whole reason I risked everything. What if it doesn't have what I'm looking for? What if... Ellie. Yuri ran to Ellie's side and hugged her tightly. It's going to be okay. You believe in me, right? She took deep breaths. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm okay now. Thanks, Yuri. I didn't do anything. Are you ready? Let's do this. I looked to Violet as Ellie prepared to turn on the computer. She looked as concerned as I did, but we couldn't let it show. The screen lit up with a single message. Password required. Well, I did think it was going to be a little too smoothly. I'm not giving up just yet, though. She tried a few different passwords on the keyboard, but none of them worked. Damn it, I bet only Damien or Kat knows this, and there's no way we could just ask them. Silence fell upon the room. It can't end like this, it just can't. I've got an idea. It's not going to involve wrestling zombies again. Hey, I've had better ideas than that. What I mean to say is that I think I have a way to crack the code. I'm a programmer. I can make something that could try all the possibilities for the password. It would take some time, especially if it locks me out after too many times, but eventually it would get the password. Though there's no guarantee we'd get the answer before the show was over. It's a lot better of a shot than I thought we had. Ellie ran over to Tara and hugged her tightly. Thank you. You're awesome. You're awesome, little you. This is nice. Feel free to compliment me more. In the meantime, the rest of us can try to figure out what the password would be as well. That reminds me, I need to tell you guys something important. What is that? I have our escape plan. She took out the master key and held it out for us to see. There's a hidden hangar I found by the beach, just a little further from where I first found our plane. Now that we have this key and we know that it works, we can use it to disable the hangar's security, commandeer a plane, then fly the hell out of here. We practically jumped for joy. I can't believe it, we are almost out of here. It's been a long time coming. Very soon, but not just yet. With this storm raging, there's no way we are getting anywhere tonight. Least of all off the ground. But if there's clear skies tomorrow night, that's where we will be. What about the computer? Don't you need to crack it before we go? Yeah, what about your family? Well, that would be the ideal case. But honestly, I've gotten to know you guys and care about you guys, and I've decided that it's more important to save the people I care about that are right in front of me than chase a pipe dream. No, I won't accept it. If I were you in your shoes and I was looking for my brothers and I just gave up looking for them, I would regret it all forever, and I know you would too. But I can't ask you guys to stay here any longer. We are in danger if we stay here. Yui speaks for us too. To have family that you really care about and that cares about you, you can't give up on that. We are not going anywhere till we crack the code. Even if it takes till the last day. You guys. No, I can't allow it. I won't take that chance with your lives. I'm not backing down on this. What do you think, Dread? Ich werde hier jetzt erstmal diese Folge dann beenden und beim nächsten Mal weitermachen. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.